Hello Bits and Bones, and welcome to Slady's Quick Reviews, where I share a concise rundown of my thoughts on content that I don't have a whole lot to say about. This is a review for The Prisoners of Stewartville by my writer acquaintance Shannon Felton, which I read and reviewed in 2020. Normally, I pop up the book's description so that you can pause and read it for yourself, but in the spirit of supporting peers and books that I like, I'll read the description first, then get to my review, which usually contains some elements of spoilers, even if that's just for the expectations. That way, if this sounds interesting to you, you can go pick it up and just stop watching my video. Now, the description of The Prisoners of Stewartville reads as follows. Everyone knew about Stewartville's dark history. The mining war that led to the prisons that brought the corruption, the drugs, and the crime. It was no secret that something was wrong with the place. What we didn't know was why. Then Denny and I found that tunnel in his basement, and what everyone learns, is that there's no escaping the ghosts of your past. But let me start at the beginning. Now, my original review for The Prisoners of Stewartville went as follows. With no knowledge upon my purchase of The Prisoners of Stewartville other than its author being a kindly badass on social media, I can say that I was not disappointed. Shannon Felton's unapologetic portrayal of a seemingly inescapable shithole town was relatable and, obviously, as depressing as it ought to feel. The setting and characters not only complemented each other where too many other stories suffer a disconnect, but they fed off each other. The Prisoners of Stewartville creates a perfect storm of cause and effect in its every introduction of psychological and supernatural elements. I cannot praise Shannon Felton enough for the perfect, creepy, and suppressing atmosphere she's created in this work, and I cannot wait to read more by her in the future. And now a word from Present Slady. Originally, I rated The Prisoners of Stewartville 4.5 out of 5 stars and rounded down. Shannon is an intellectual person, and I think I was afraid that if I gave a 5-star, she would feel like I love-bombed her debut and didn't actually look at it with a skeptical eye. To this day, The Prisoners of Stewartville is one of the most thematically intertwined novels that I'd had the pleasure of experiencing, and I'm going to correct myself and give it a full glowing score, because aside from the revered traditional authors of the past, this is the best debut that I've read thus far, and is great, not just because it's a debut. So I'll be rounding my score up now. If you like horror, well-developed creeping vibes, depressing settings, and prominent themes weaved through the plot and setting, I highly recommend picking up The Prisoners of Stewartville. It's a really great read, and I am not just saying that. As always, thank you so much for watching. Special thanks to my patrons. If you'd like to support me and my content, there's a link to my Patreon in the description below. Thanks again, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.